So,
I have legal custody of the children.
that's fine.
They're all under counseling.
Two got on the bus. Little man didn't want to get out of the car. She opened the passenger door on this side. He was on the back right side. Come on, yelling and screaming at him. She walked around, grabbed the kid, jerked him out the car, grabbed his hair, started beating him in the head. This lady jumped out yelling and screaming, stop hitting him, stop hitting him. I ran over to yell at her.
I'll help you out, all right? You okay? You need a hug? Come here. It's all right. We'll figure it out, okay?
Grandparents are known to love their grandkids more than anything, but sometimes a few of them have been known to hide toxic behind all that love. The big question remains, what happens when these grandparents realize that they have been caught?
She started dragging me down the stairs and they dragged me out of the house and closed the door on me.
I grabbed her by her shirt, bloop down the stairs, opened up my door, and I threw her outside. She picked up a knife. Literally picked up a knife and said that she had stabbed us.
Here are several instances when grandparents realize that they have been caught. Our first case takes us to Ohio, where tragedy struck when Maya Desiree, a cold-hearted grandmother, ended her grandbaby's life without remorse.
Someone shot my baby, hurry please!
Someone shot your baby?
Yes!
Okay, who was it that shot them? They're coming, ma'am. Who was it that shot them?
It was her grandma.
Why your granddaughter?
That wasn't my granddaughter.
How do you know?
Because that demon was in my house, and that's why I could not sleep. Sorry, but not sorry.
On December the 9th, 2023, on a dark day in Liberty Township, Ohio, at about 1:40 a.m., residents were startled to hear the sounds of multiple from a 9mm, but were unaware that these sounds were the sounds of calamity. 43-year-old Maya Desiree had for some dark reason unleashed a rampage on her vulnerable and defenseless grandchild without a justifiable reason. Her 6-month baby was about to meet an awful end.
Someone shot my baby, hurry please!
Someone shot your baby?
Yes, ma'am, please!
Okay, ma'am, they're coming. Ma'am,
Hurry, please!
how old's your baby?
She is 6 months old, hurry!
Okay, are you...
Outside her, please!
Okay, ma'am, is the person still there?
I don't know, I think so.
Okay, who was it that shot them? They're coming, ma'am. Who was it that shot them?
It was her grandma.
Where is the baby, ma'am?
It's in my arms. I'm trying to hold pressure to the wound.
Okay, where is the baby?
I don't know. I'm trying to find, I think, in her neck. I think she's got. If I ever did anything good, please give my baby. She shot my baby.
Sydney.
Oh God, we have to keep her. We have to keep her alive.
Do you know why your grandma did this?
Because she was mad at us. She's going crazy. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Myra's gonna be okay. God's gonna protect her. Oh my God, I'm dying, man.
Not long after this disturbing event, Desiree was arrested while trying to escape the law.
Step out! On your face, now! I got lethal. I got hands. Got it. Car's clear. Female. 41 in custody. Stand up.
She was taken in for questioning, and detectives began a long, hard journey to uncover the mysteries in the mind of a woman who had taken darkness to all new heights.
What we doing? You tell me. You recording. I ain't talking like that. Unless you giving me money. Because I don't mean that shit. I don't care about you having my ID or none of that. I want my shit. You can't deny what you did to the body of it. You can't deny what you did to me. Run me my money. Run me my... You don't break, pillage the earth and think don't be judged. Judge not, lest ye be judged. This is not greed. This is right. Make it right. You don't pillage the earth of all its resources and its values, and now you think you're gonna take it? It's for everybody. Nobody should be struggling.
having to pay mass amount of money for nothing. Y'all can leave me here, lock me in a prison, whatever you think you're gonna do, I got a story too. Let's go. I don't care what you do. Now I'm done talking. So we can sit here as long as you want. And if you keep making me sit and wait, I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna start releasing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Y'all ain't got no authority. Matter of fact, let me go. Y'all ain't read me no rights. Y'all ain't read me. Can I go?
No, have a seat.
Then what's we doing? Cause y'all ain't doing nothing.
We're gonna be there and talk to you in just.
When? Cause I've been here for some time.
You've been here for about 35, 40 minutes?
No, it hasn't been.
Yes, ma'am.
No, it hasn't been.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't
We'll be in
been.
right now. Talk to you in just a sec. Give me just a sec.
Y'all watching me. I know you watching me. Talk about it's been on 30 minutes. It's been longer than that. Stop it. It's been hours. I know what you're doing. Let me out of here.
At first, Desiree appeared like a woman who had completely lost her mind. But for all the detectives cared, it could all be a gimmick to try to build a good defense on the grounds of insanity. Something they were all too familiar with. All they needed was time to find out her true motives, but unfortunately, Desiree was not looking like an easy nut to crack.
You wanted to silence me. You should have accepted me, but you wanted to judge me, okay? After pimping me, taking all the resources out of the land, racking up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing. Now all of a sudden you gonna jump the ship and take my shit with the casinos?
What happened? We gotta fix this, man.
So what happened tonight? You don't look like a bad person. So apparently something had to transpire to set these events in action.
Clearly someone made you upset tonight.
The world made me upset. I'm not talking anymore.
So there's nothing we can do to help you. That's what you're saying? Nothing in the world.
Other than letting me go and giving me my stuff, nope.
Can I ask you what stuff that you think that we have of yours?
You know what you got in mind. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Don't act stupid. If you want to act stupid, then act stupid. But you're not stupid.
The only reason we're in here is to get your side of the story. That is it. Because there's, as you know, two sides to every story.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
During interrogations like this, detectives take a friendly approach and pretend to see the situation of things from a suspect's perspective. Giving suspects the feeling that whatever it was that happened was not their fault creates a relaxed atmosphere and sometimes helps them share crucial details about an alleged crime. Realizing that Desiree did not appear willing to divulge any information, the detectives decided to make things appear as if she was not to blame at all.
So you're just going to let people think that you're an absolute monster. You're good with that.
I'm not a monster.
I know you're not a monster. We know you're not a
World is
monster.
a monster.
Agreed. And guess what story we have? We've got everybody's side of the story. And guess who the bad guy is in their eyes?
Me.
You.
I am. And I'm the one that's crazy. I get all of that.
You're the only one that can tell us otherwise. Who else is going to? No one we've talked to is, I promise you, not lying to you. I won't lie to you one time while we're sitting in here.
They sold me. They sold me. They experimented. I'm hurt.
I know you are. Look at you.
I'm struggling. I can barely live, but they have taken everything from me. I shouldn't have to live like that. That's not how my house is. It ain't just about it being cluttered. You get tired of picking up and cleaning up after in a house. And then you turn around and you call and you ask for somebody to fix something and they don't come fix it. But they keep going up on my rent. They've been going up on my rent. I've been there 17 years. I go get a job. I can't get a job to pay me worth nothing. I know who I am in this world. They have held me down, they kept me down, and they have raped and pillaged and took everything from me. Every time I go to a job, I can't even live out. All I can do is rent. Then you want to talk about, oh, we can take care of you. No, I don't want you to take care of me. You could have paid me.
Eventually, it seemed like making Desiree feel like she was not to blame for the awful event was beginning to yield results. She was now beginning to show the cops the evil machinations of a seemingly disturbed yet very dark heart and her truest intentions.
I want the back pay, the right pay that I should have got paid. You're supposed to take care of me. Because I was taking care of you. It angers me.
Why your granddaughter?
That wasn't my granddaughter.
Bless you.
I don't know, but that wasn't my granddaughter.
How do you know?
Because that demon was in my house. And that's why I could not sleep. And that's why I was fighting, and I've been fighting for my life. For the past few nights, I have not been able to sleep. But she's sleeping in my house like a log. Like she's a demon. Her baby in there crying. And she's in there like a log.
So is the demon gone?
No, I didn't get the demon. My mom protected the demon. It's a lot deeper than this. I need you to know that this is a lot deeper than this.
We've got time.
This goes into the government. This goes into wealthy families.
How does that pertain to your family specifically?
Because they made a deal with them for them to come over here. And we were going to teach them how to farm. And then that turned into them taking our land and us working for them. And then them building civilizations.
I mean specifically the family that live with you right now, not your ancestors. The ones that are in the house with you.
No, they just depend on me to do everything.
Buying diapers, formula, buying
No,
all that.
they do that for her.
Then why judgment on the baby?
It wasn't just gonna be the baby, it was gonna be the baby and the mom.
Like I said, we've got, talk to everyone. I know that.
Yeah.
Why the baby and the mom?
Because they don't
And your
belong-
mom, right?
They don't belong to my family.
They're what?
They don't belong to my family.
Okay.
They're corrupting my family.
How so?
And like I said, it does go back further. I know you don't want to hear that, but it does.
As the interrogation continued, Desiree's true intentions started to come to light. The detective started to see that she might not be so crazy after all. Her actions might have been a result of her deep hatred for the baby's mother, who at the time was her son's long-term girlfriend. To make things crazier, she had just the perfect religious excuses to justify herself.
She's not trying to go get a job. She's not trying to go get no education. You're not getting in this line. That, not this lineage. We don't do that. We earn, we work. We can't even get our basic needs met. What that's about? You want to keep on making new iPhones and cell phones and all that, and they ain't coming out with new features. For what? And now with cell phones up to $1,300, for what? Look at Congo. Y'all know how they cry. They feel like I feel. Congo feels like I feel.
Talking about the baby.
What about the baby?
Why'd you pass judgment on her? Is that also an attack on the mother?
My family.
So it's the family?
Yeah, it was to hurt my family.
Do you think you succeeded in hurting your family?
I don't know.
You did. Feel better?
I was crucified. That was what I was supposed to do.
You crucified yourself?
And that's what I was supposed to do. They crucified me, so I had to crucify them. That was the judgment, unfortunately. Wasn't what I wanted, it's what they asked for.
Why tonight?
Because I saw who was trying to steal my stuff. The wrong people.
When did you first find out about this?
I've been going through for a while. I've been suffering for a while. I've been under attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. How long? I'm 43 years old. It was mercy for real. I knew your secrets. I know all the secrets. I don't want to spill nobody's secrets and business. Just give me what you owe me.
You said mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
That makes a lot of sense.
But after I kept getting attacked and attacked and attacked because they was trying to take my life, I went ahead and just said, I ended it. I don't want to fight no more. I'm sick of this. This world is evil and wicked. I went to the church. They judged me. They did not want to cover.
You grew up in church?
I did.
Against your will?
No. I actually love God. He's a very loving person. Unconditional.
Still?
Still. Has forgiveness. Very much so. And mercy.
Has he forgiven you tonight?
I'm not being condemned, baby.
I'm sorry?
I'm not being condemned.
Okay.
I was already crucified.
So he has forgiven you?
I forgive myself perfectly fine.
Yeah, but we're talking about God.
It was excellent judgment. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love covers a multitude of sins.
Did you choose to love tonight?
No.
At this point, her true intentions remained a mystery. She would appear to give them a little lead, but it would always end in absolute nothingness. But at least the detectives now had reasons to believe that her actions may have stemmed from hatred. That was a string the detectives could pull on, but nothing would prepare them for the big reveal.
So it wasn't mercy?
No. It was judgment. You didn't give me mercy. You didn't give me mercy. I asked for mercy. I waved my white flag.
You feel powerful.
I don't want to feel powerful. I wanted to live amongst you and love you.
I'm saying about tonight. Does that make you feel powerful?
No, I didn't want to do that. It's not what God wants to do. But you spirit arrived, you spoiled the child. And there's consequences sometimes. And that was the judgment.
You think you should be punished?
No.
Why?
Because fair is fair. You attempted on me, and I beat you at your own game. Checkmate. How am I wrong when you started the attack?
Are you sorry that you had to do it?
Yeah, because I didn't want to. Like I said, I wanted to be redeemed. When y'all decided to crucify me, you already made a judgment. You didn't give me no option in the choice. You made the choice. I didn't. I just followed what you said. So I crucified. And all I wanted to do was love. That hurt me. Cause I didn't want to. Y'all know how did I live?
After a long and hard interrogation, the detectives moved on to interrogate the baby's mother, who narrowly escaped with her life by a hair's breadth. Although shocked at the events, she was able to shed more light on Desiree's intentions.
Do you know why your grandma did this?
Because she was mad at us. She's going crazy. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Lord Myra, it's gonna be okay. Myra's gonna be okay. God's going to protect her. Oh my God, I'm sorry, man.
Can you tell me what? You said something happened. Something's been going on recently.
A couple days ago, my baby was crying while I was asleep, and she woke me up screaming at me and stuff, and then she kind of left me alone. And then later that day, she was saying, I tried her, and she was like trying to she was screaming at me, and I didn't know what I did to her. And then she came and she apologized and said she was sorry, and then she's fighting demons and all this other crazy witchcraft stuff.
Desiree, for some reason, refused to share details from that night. Her son's girlfriend started to hint at one fact. Although Desiree was probably mentally disturbed, she harbored a great deal of dislike for her.
Then today, she was saying she was screaming at me, screaming, get off me, get off me. And there's no one in my room, there was demons or something. And she was saying, I know you're in my house, I know you can hear me. And then she woke me up and she threw me on the floor and she punched me in my mouth, and then she started punching me in my head, and she started at the door, and I heard the and I didn't know it was a real gun.
Okay, so since she started shooting, how many did you hear?
I don't know, 1, 2, maybe. She started at the door, and then she kicked open the door, and then I don't know if she kicked it open or broke it open. I don't know how she got in the door, but she tried to shoot me. She was pointing a gun at me, and I was running.
So where was the baby at this point?
She was sleeping on the bed, but after she couldn't get to me, she shot the baby. Mia picked up the baby and handed me the baby, and I said, did you just shoot my baby? Did you shoot my baby? And she just handed me, and just turned.
Did she say anything when she handed you the baby?
She had a smile on her face.
Okay.
The grandmother was eventually charged with 4 counts of felonious and 1 count of improperly discharging a firearm. The infant made a full recovery, but would unfortunately be a special needs individual for life. Although many feel that her sentence was inadequate, she was handed a 12-year sentence. The next grandparent, though not as terrible as Maya Desiree, was just as unsettling. In the right situation, she might have gone as far if she hadn't been caught after punching her little grandchild in the head.
Yes, I did smack him.
So,
I have legal custody of the children.
I used to work with her daughter. She's another. You all know her daughter, too. They're out there damn minds. She beats these kids all the time.
I'll help you out, all right? You okay? You need a hug? Come here. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
On May the 10th, 2023, police officers were called to a bus stop following a domestic disturbance. A grandmother, for some reason, had lost her cool and had taken out her frustration on her 5-year-old grandchild because of his refusal to go to school. The officers arrived at the scene to meet the grandma, who tried her best to justify and downplay her actions.
Yes, I did smack him. It's all the things.
What are you saying, ma'am?
I have the little boy.
Okay.
And then we can talk to them. Look at him. There's not a bruise on him. I want to smack him here, hit his head. They're all trauma twins, and he wants to put me in jail. My daughter all the time. His kid's in prison, and he's on all the time.
All right. So,
I have legal custody of the children.
that's fine.
They're all under counseling.
Okay.
They have disciplinary problems. The mothers are. She comes in out of their life. She comes in out of their life. I did smack him. Then he starts hollering. She starts hollering.
Realizing that they were probably not going to get much details from the grandma, the officers decided to interrogate some of the witnesses who had seen her in action. To the grandma's disappointment, it was then the disturbing details started to come to light.
She's got 3 of them. The little guy in the front seat and 2 granddaughters. 2 kids, one was sitting over here already, the other one was in the car. The bus pulled up, the older one got out, the 2 got on the bus. The little man didn't want to get out of the car. She opened the passenger door on this side, he was on the back right side. Come on, yelling and screaming at him. She walked around, grabbed the kid, jerked him out the car, grabbed his hair, started beating him in the head. This lady jumped out yelling and screaming, stop hitting him, stop hitting him. I ran over to yell at her, and all of a sudden she just went crazy. Crazy. The little kid is scared. She's got the little man and 2 other kids. She's got all 3 of her grandkids. The middle one, she got out and sit with my grandson and the rest of them, like they do, on the driveway. The older one stayed in the car. The bus come, the older one got out, this one got up, they all got on the bus, and the bus was here. She's yelling, get out, get out, get out. And then all of a sudden I heard the door slam. So I jumped out and I started walking that way, and I hear her screaming, yelling, cursing at the kid. She opened the passenger door on the right side, brought the kid out, whacked him on his butt 3 or 4 times, and then grabbed his hair and started smacking the out of him in the face. All 3 of us just jumped out, started yelling and screaming out, mind your own business. We grabbed the kid. She's trying to get the kid. That's my kid. Mind your own business. You all use this and that. We're like, you're going to jail. I ain't going nowhere. You're all a bunch of idiots, and I'll do what I want. They're my kids. And we put him in the car because he was scared. She's trying to get to the car to get to the kid. And we're like, whoa. She's like, that's my kids. You're not putting them in the car. Da, da, da. I'm like, calm down. I know her. I used to work with her daughter. She's another one. You all know her daughter, too. They're out there damn minds. She beats these kids all the time. Every day at this bus stop, she's cursing, screaming at them. She can't handle it. It's ridiculous. DCF is supposed to be involved yet. Nothing's getting done.
Right.
These poor kids are suffering. There's no food in that house. There's no shit. She's got like 8 or 9 shit everywhere. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So this morning I said, yo, I'm done. You're not going through this shit no more. So when she started beating that kid like that, you know, I watched her beat him a bunch of times on his butt. But yo, this is crazy.
Okay.
And you grabbing hands, pulling.
How old is he?
5 years old. He's sitting in the front seat right there.
Yeah, I can
His name is. He's a good little kid.
Like the man stated, the cops interrogated the little boy, who told the cops that his grandma had punched him several times in the head because he refused to go to school, and went to share a more disturbing detail. His grandma assaulted him regularly. But to give the grandma the benefit of the doubt, the cops interrogated her again, this time trying to see if she could at least be honest with them and realize that she was in the wrong and that maybe she had taken her discipline a little too far.
So what happened with the child? Like what led up to it? Like just run me through
the bus. I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah.
And the bus waiting, and you do the phone. I said, come on. You gotta go. You can't wait forever. And I went to grab him. I said, come on.
When you're a parent or a guardian of a child, corporal punishment is 100% legal. You're able to hit them as a punishment, right? But it can't be excessive.
It was not excessive.
Let me talk. Let me talk without getting overwhelmed.
Oh, this is overwhelming to me.
Just let me talk.
I'm sorry. It is overwhelming because this is what happened.
I understand. Let me talk. That's 100% legal. When it gets to the point where a child has injuries, which from what I saw, that I didn't see any injuries, but when we have 4 people, including the child, saying that there was physical abuse past that point of corporal punishment.
And once everybody says,
what am I supposed to do when I have 4 people saying?
I don't know, but
that kid is scared.
He is scared. Look at all the drop that he's caused.
No, he's not scared of God. He's scared of you. And for him to say that this kind of stuff happens every day, I can promise you one thing. Listen to me. I can promise you something. The moment I determined that there was further than corporal punishment, you're going to get charged with everything I possibly can charge you with, because I'm not going to mess around with somebody doing that to a child.
I don't do that.
At this point, as much as she tried to downplay the situation, she could not beat the testimony of the witnesses who had testified against her and the overwhelming evidence of on the child. The inevitable was beginning to stare her in the face, and for a woman of nature, it hurt badly to be helpless.
I want to ask you some more. Come over here. I want to ask you some more questions. What's your name?
Debbie Olson.
All right. I'm going to read you your rights just because everything going on here, okay? And I want to ask you some questions that pertain to this. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney with you prior to, during, or after any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney and desire one, the court will appoint one for you. You may stop answering at any time by refusing to answer further or by requesting to consult with your attorney. Do you understand these rights I explained?
So what are you charging me something right now?
Do you understand these rights I explained?
Yes, but I'm asking a question.
Let me ask you this other question. With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me?
I just want to know if I'm getting charged with something.
I will explain it to you. I need you to answer these questions.
But I have the right to ask first.
I'm not going to talk to you unless you answer these questions. With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me?
Not if I'm getting charged with something.
Okay. At this point, you are being placed under arrest.
Okay, I will talk to you. I will talk to you.
We're past that.
No, I will talk to you.
We're past that. Turn around.
Listen, I will talk to you.
Turn around. Do not pull away.
Jan, buy your backpack.
Listen, I got...
Jan, good. Like you're crying, it'll be a little bit easier.
I have arthritis. I can't do cigarettes.
Yep.
Cramp back.
We're going to use 2 pairs so you have a little bit more
Actually,
room.
are you... Your arms are able to do that, guy. That's fine.
Why can't I ask that question that way? I don't understand.
Because you refuse to answer
I
my
did
question.
refuse. I said I just want to know if I'm charged. I will answer your question.
You are being charged. The reason being is we have
What now?
people.
I'm sorry, I don't.
We have 4 people, including the child, saying that you physically close your fist.
I did not close my
Do you want me to
fist.
explain it to you or no?
I didn't, sir. I didn't.
have zero tolerance for this kind of shit.
Alright, put your hands together. Alright.
This poor kid.
This poor kid, they're under counseling, and I can explain that to you.
Alright. You are a sorry excuse for a grandmother. You sure are.
You have no idea.
You sure are. You're right, I don't. And I, quite frankly, I don't want to know the rest. Alright, we'll figure it out.
Do you have anything on you?
Just sandals.
Just sandals? You don't have anything on your person?
No.
Where are your car keys at?
You're in my pocket.
In your pocketbook?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone in your pocketbook?
Yes.
Are those in your car?
Wait, how do you get in here? How do you get in here? How do you get in here?
Yeah.
Alright, just one second, hold on.
Hey, Jenkins, can you search
Yeah,
her real
I
quick?
got you, Gage, all right?
I didn't
You have a
really
good day.
want him to.
We're going to get your bag and take you to school. You got to go to school.
You'll pay, babe. You'll pay, baby.
right,
We
all
know
right.
what a you are, boy.
I'll talk to
You
her.
know exactly.
You have a
Don't
6-year-old
talk
little boy that you need to make a positive impact on, and that talking is not really
Like,
working.
this is what he
Go-
says.
It doesn't matter. Go stand over there, because I don't want to do this in front of your grandson. But the more,
Well, he just did it, man. He's the one that just came over and screamed all this screaming. He just started on me.
your pockets,
Yeah.
you have underwear on.
Yes.
Bring your feet for me.
She was eventually charged with. Speaking of parents hiding toxic behind a well-built facade of love, here is a grandma who gave her granddaughter a black eye and tried to give reasons to justify her actions on the grounds of discipline.
And she was like jumping at me, and then when she did, she had hit me.
She dragged you.
Like she just pulling me by my shirt and my hair and stuff, trying to get me out.
I grabbed her by her shirt, bloop down the stairs, opened up my door, and I threw her outside. Now you crying, so that's why the eyes is puffed up.
On January the 6th, 2023, a security guard noticed a student walk onto the school premises with an eye so swollen that she could barely see with it. Concerned and suspecting a possible case of domestic abuse, the security guard promptly reported to the school, who eventually called the cops. The student lived with her grandma while her parents worked in New York. When the cops arrived at the scene, they promptly commenced an investigation to find out the possible reasons for the student's obvious injury. Following protocols, they began interrogating the girl's teacher, who tried her best to explain the situation of things to the cops.
So when you spoke to Grandma, what did she say happened? Grandma said that she explained that there was some situation with his teacher. The teacher had called her. She was getting in trouble with that, but she didn't explain exactly what happened. She said that her exact words were, "She was so disrespectful to me yesterday," and so she said, "I gave it to her good, so she's been crying all night, so her eyes might be puffy." But so puffy is different from swollen. But she came down to the nurse. She asked me, can I talk to her? Because she's taking her back to New York this week. Talk to her. And she'll be coming down to the school, grandma's house, later on today. Before I could even call the girl down, she comes down to see the nurse. Good morning. She comes down to see the nurse. And that thing is like her eye is a slit. Can we see it? Yeah.
Having interrogated the teacher, it became necessary to hear from the student herself. As inquisitive and concerned as the cops were, nothing could prepare them for the tales of horrors that the young girl had to tell about her grandma, who was supposedly loving and could not dare hurt a fly.
I'm Officer Montgomery, okay? This is Sergeant Lamford, okay? And we just want to talk about exactly what happened, okay? Is that okay with you? And we're going to talk with the administrator and another officer here, okay? Is that okay? All right. So from your side, can you explain to me exactly what happened to your eye and how did it all start?
I got in trouble school yesterday.
Okay.
It's something that wasn't true.
Okay.
And they called my parents. Well, they called my grandma and told her. I asked her, could I go outside? And then I did. She did tell me yes, but she didn't realize that she did tell me yes instead of telling me no. So when I went outside and came back, and I guess she was out looking for me, because one of my friends had called me and said, Grandma Lucy is looking for you. Where you at? Because they thought I was at her house. And then I did curse at her, and she had hit me, but normally she wouldn't hit me. So it like shocked me from when she hit me.
What time did you return home? What time did you leave?
I left around like, when I got off the bus, it was like 5:30, so probably like 5:50, and I came home at 6:15.
Alright, so after Grandma confronted you with all of such, then what happened?
So then like, she started yelling at me and stuff, and she was like jumping at me, and then when she did, she had hit me. And then like, she was telling me to get out the house and everything. She was like threatening.
No, you say hit. In what form of hitting? Like
she punched
slap,
me.
punch you, close fist?
Like close fist type punch.
Close fist. Would you say how many times?
Once.
You didn't hit your grandma or anything like that?
So what happened when you ended up, you said that you ended up swearing at her at some point. Was that before she ended up hitting you?
No, it was like after she hit me.
Then what happened? After she hit you, you started cursing at her. What'd you do after that?
So she called my mom, because she was trying to see if my mom could just talk to me, because normally she does, and my mom didn't answer the phone. So she started dragging me down the stairs, and they dragged me out of the house and closed the door on me and told me to stop knocking on the door, because if I do, she's gonna call the cops to come and take me, because she doesn't want me in the house.
You said she dragged you by the stairs? Down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
How did she drag you?
Like, she just pulling me by my shirt and my hair and stuff, trying to get me out the house. And when she did, she had closed the door and went back upstairs and told me I couldn't come back in the house. And the only thing I was in was like my sweatpants and my socks and my socks.
She did drag you all the way out of the house? And you said you kept ringing the doorbell? How long did you stay outside the house?
I think it was about like 15 minutes.
And when you kept ringing the doorbell and she answered, what happened?
She told me stop ringing her doorbell. If I do, she's gonna call the cops and tell me that she don't know me and that I'm random. And she told me already stop ringing it. So all I could do was just pretty much just sit on the porch and wait for her to just let me back in.
From all indications, something had to be done for the student's welfare, but first it was necessary to bring her grandma in for an interrogation. Following a call, she arrived at the school premises, a confident and gentle grandma who appeared to care for her granddaughter more than anything, completely unaware that her can of worms had been opened to the public and justice was right at her doorstep.
I'm Officer Montgomery. This is Sergeant Lanford with the Fairburn Police Department, okay? Alright, so
at this point, and you can verify, I am beyond the fact of tired, in which I'm going to take her back to New York on Friday. Just coming from my job, that I just got a new job, and I just told my supervisor that I'm going to take her back because she's not getting no better. It's getting worse. You understand?
Okay.
To any child. My granddaughter looked at me yesterday and called me she called me a op. Do you understand what I'm looking at you because you know what I'm going through. I'm tired. Last night she took me to a place that I didn't want to go.
So let's
for her to be in my face the way that she was in my face. You understand? Disrespecting me hard. She wanna, am I asleep? She wanna in my sleep? I don't know, I came here yesterday because she has this little boyfriend. You can't have no boyfriend. You ain't got time for no boyfriend. Your boyfriend is school. First of all, I'm her grandmother. My son is incarcerated, okay? I stepped up and I did what I had to do as a grandmother and as his mother, what he asked me to do. We lived in New York. We was in a fire, lost everything, and we moved down here for a better life. I just bought a beautiful home right down here. 6 bedrooms, she has her own room. I could take you to my house now, and y'all can see which house she's living in.
All right, so can you just start off with what all happened yesterday?
It's just. So, she have a phone. I've bought her numerous of phones, and she dropped them, she broke them. Okay. I'm not going to get you another phone. She's on this, oh grandma, the other kids got an iPhone, go get me an iPhone. I have a little Android, I'm not buying you no iPhone. You do good with your grades, you do what you have to do, I'll give you the world. But if you in school and you acting like you raised by some, that's not going to happen. Because I raised you being very respectable. I'm up at this school all the time. She disrespect this lady right here. Disrespect her. It's embarrassing to me because I don't raise you like that. So now I tried to bend and she came and she asked me, Grandma, can I have a boyfriend? I said, no, you can't have no boyfriend. Your boyfriend is math, science, that's who your boyfriend is. I said, but okay, he's a friend and he's a boy. You understand? So y'all can be friends, but it's no boyfriend and girlfriend like how, you understand? I'm none of that, okay? I'm coming back and forth. I take the phone from her. I don't
That was what the argument started.
This is what's, yeah, this is how, this is what I'm saying, I'm leaving. And I'm not sure if, since she's been with this boy, her attitude has changed, but I know he has a sister here named Imani. Supposed to go here, right, Imani. So, I, said to her, I said, well, I'm not buying you no other phone. She has some type of way that she can still use the phone through a Wi-Fi or something to that effect. Okay, so you're still doing what I told you not to do. You're still defying my rules. Okay, fine. I'll let you go ahead and you talk. She came and she said, Grandma, I hope you don't get mad, but Langston, whatever his name is, wants to buy me a pair of Uggs. I said, what? So she said, yeah, he wants to buy me a pair of Uggs. He told his mother, and his mother is going to buy him the Uggs. At that time, now, if I'm saying his mother, well, I need to speak to his mother. Get on the phone with him. However, her phone, because her phone is broke. I don't know if you've seen her phone. Her phone looks like a jigsaw puzzle in the front.
As the interrogation continued, it started to become clear that the grandma was a strict disciplinarian. But while narrating her story, it was obvious that she failed to realize that there was a very thin line between discipline and...
So I don't know how you talking to him, but y'all talking. I get on the phone, I said, hello, Langston. You supposed to be, because I call her Nunu. You supposed to be Nunu's boyfriend? Yeah, I said, no, you're not. She ain't have no boyfriend. I said, what's this you about? Can I speak to your mother? Nothing. She came home from school yesterday. Yeah, she came home from school. Grandma, I hope you don't get mad, but remember you told me about the Uggs that you asked me about? I said, yeah. She said, but you bought them for me. If I can, I live right around the corner. I can take you home and bring you the Uggs that he bought for her. And I said, he got you Uggs. How's that? His mother bought it. I said, well, with all that being said, I would like to speak. You understand? I want to see, because I don't know if your boyfriend or whoever he was took it from your sister or he did or whatever, and I need to speak to your mother to see where her head is at.
Right.
Because you're buying a gift for a 12-year-old, something ain't right here. So with that being said, my son came home and he heard me argue with her, and he's like, because he called her cheeky. What's going on? Right. So I said, well, prior to that, she had them got in my phone and went to my Shein, Shein,
the app,
and ordered $106 of stuff and Shein on my phone. Do you understand? So everything that I'm saying to you, I got all rights to tail up. So now I called her grandmother, because her other grandmother lives in New York, and I told them that I was going to bring her back up. That was around the holiday. My fiance says to me, because we've been together for 30 years, he says to me, Ludo, let's not take her back to New York. Let's give her another chance. You understand? See what happens. And if she don't act right, when summertime comes, when she goes up to summertime, she'll just stay. So I called back to grandmother. I said, the only reason why she's staying, because Rick said, so we want to see how this is before the holidays. Mm-hmm. Last night, she got to go. So now when she's talking to her mother yesterday, she said, oh, you don't care about me. You gave me up. What?
So she talked to her mother yesterday?
She speaks to her mother all the time. She's a compulsive liar, so y'all know that.
Okay.
She'll put some tears on you in a minute. So that's why when I come to have
She told us before her story.
Yeah.
So when I come here and I first had a meeting with her, and I felt kind of bad because she had everything planned what she was going to tell me. I didn't really let her get a word in edgewise because I was going to tell her, I know what I got. I have 4 grandchildren, a set of triplets. I know each one of them because I watched them. You understand? I might be look young, but I'm an old soul.
So with her being disrespectful and you saw the Shein order yesterday?
No, the Shein order was Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Yesterday was, when she came home, I already got the phone call from the school. So I was on my phone taking care of some business because I got a new job, so I was taking care of some business. Right. She came in and she asked me, Grandma, can I go outside? I looked at her because you know you can't go outside. You was there when I spoke to the teacher. Are you kidding me?
Right.
So I looked and I said, no, and continued to do what I was doing. She said something under her tongue. Oh, this is why. And we continued. Went upstairs. She came back downstairs on the computer. Don't you know she got up and went outside anyway?
She just left the house without permission after you already told her no?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? So with that, because I have alarm, so I heard the click. Right. So I said to my fiance, I said, wait a minute. Did she just go outside? And I told her no. He was like, Lou, don't pay, because my nickname is Lou, don't pay her no mind. So I finished what I'm doing, and it didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right. So I said, Rich, let me get my coat. Let me go and see what happened. What's going on? Mm-hmm. So I went around the corner to a friend's house, Layana. So I went to Layana's house and I asked her, Nunu came over here? She looked. No. I said, she didn't? She said, no. I said, well, okay. She said, wow. I said, oh, I'm looking for it. She said that she was coming over here. Do you know where she went? Oh, she might have went to somebody else's name, she said.
At this point, she started to sense that trouble was just around the corner. All she had to do was try to twist the narrative to her favor, but from the look of things, didn't look like she was doing a very good job, at least not with a big black patch on her granddaughter's eye.
I'm looking at her, and she ain't know how to lie. I'm like, by the time I got home, the friend Layana must have had stuff. And by the time I was coming the way, who was walking? I ain't said nothing to her.
She was already warned.
I know the game. Like I told my granddaughter, we invented the game. Y'all just messed it up. So, really. So with that being said, I didn't say nothing. Didn't say nothing. Because again, I already knew that we was going to go from one to that. And I'm saying, how I got this beautiful house, and when I come home from work, I can't be happy in my house. I got my house blessed. Mm-hmm. You understand? And there's nothing but negativity coming inside my house. Till I had a plant. I bought a plant, and the plant died. And I told her the plant died because the energy in here is no good. That's how deep I am in with stuff. So with that being said, she went upstairs. She came back. I said, oh, so you grown? You grown, huh? So she, what, Grandma? I said, you didn't hear me when you asked me, can you go outside? You didn't hear me say no? Oh, I didn't hear you. I said, you didn't hear me say no. I said, because I looked right at you and said no and continued to do what I was doing. You heard me. I said, and then I heard you, because I clean my ears, I can hear very well. I heard you say, oh, I can't do nothing inside here. I just want to go outside until 6 o'clock. I said, I heard you say that. And she looked. So what time do you think she was in the house? She came back in the house yesterday. 6. So you did what you had planned to do. So with that being said, we going back and forth. So now when I come upstairs now, she on the phone with this Lakeson person and she talking loud. And I'm like, hey, hello, bring that down. Have some respect. Oh, these adults here. I said, I don't know if you trying to make yourself look big for whoever, or you trying to prove yourself. I said, because you sound dumb. I said, you can't even really have an argument that makes any sense because of the dumbness that you're saying. She told me I was in a car accident. I have a screw in my leg. She said, that's why you was in a car accident. I said, that's what your comeback is? Oh, that's why you wear lace fronts. I said, you see, you still a kid. You look like a grown adult, but your mind frame is a kid. So she's doing all of that, and the person is on the phone hearing you disrespect me. So I went over to her and I tapped them lips. So when I tapped them lips, oh, out of here, word to my mother. Oh, I said, oh, so you want to fight? Because you see, I'm small. You sizing me up already. Okay. So I ran within my room because I had on my pajamas, put on my Uggs and my tights, and I said, come on, square up. What happened? What you want to do? You bad. Oh, if I hit you, I said, you see, you're not bad. Because you saying, if I do this, and then when I say something, walk away, she running her mouth. So when she ran up, I ran up on her real quick. And she looked. I said, yeah, that's what I'm letting you know. Because the way that you're talking to me like you're a grown woman. And I'm a grown woman. And you know my reactions would be to another grown woman? To do just what I did. You understand? So now she carrying on. My fiance was downstairs. He came upstairs. He's like, what's going on? She go in her room. She locked the door. Rich, go get the thing. You took the door off the hinges. You want to play? We're not going to do that. So we carrying on. So she's like, I'm going to leave. I said, so get out. Go ahead. You got somewhere to go. Where you going to get out? She know, grandmama. Like I said, I have no reason to lie because I'm living. I grabbed her by her shirt, bloop, down the stairs, opened up my door, and I threw her outside.
It was at this moment that she gave the cops a perfect reason to conclude that she was an. All along, her tales of discipline were nothing short of psychotic. The cuffs were now closer than ever, but being a self-absorbed woman, she was failing to see it.
And locked my door back. Now you crying, so that's why the eyes is puffed up. Because that's how she was crying, and I closed my door, and I'm talking to her through the door. Oh, I'm cold. I'm a hypothermia. How you hypothermia, boo? I'm in the medical field. You can't do that. So she carried on. I said, oh, you got your friends. Oh, because they sin and come over here and he'll do this to you. I said, tell him to come on. I said, see, they done gassed you up and you the fool. You boo-boo the fool because they done gassed you up so bad. So with all that being said, my long drawn out story.
So how do we get to her?
I told you she was crying. She told me that she was going to, she picked up a knife. She literally picked up a knife and said that she had stabbed his. You understand? So now I have in my hand to defend her. You want to come on, little girl. So it was really the fact that she was smelling herself and she wanted to attack me. She wanted to fight me. And really, basically, she did somewhat.
So she threatened you and then she just wanted to score up and fight you?
Yeah.
And you just got the better end of the stick?
Like I said, I was just felt threatened for her, the way that she want to fight, and she on the phone with the people and she telling them that they're going to come, she'll bring them to my house. Do you understand? So I hit her. Didn't mean to hit the arm. No, I did not mean for it. But you know, every action has a reaction. And she had me to the point where...
You were sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Girl, could you please say it again? I'm tired.
What led to the punch? That's the important part.
A lot led to the punch.
I get that. I get the emotion.
Yeah, totally.
I get the emotional part, okay? We need to specific
it's,
only physical
land foot.
I get it.
It was just.
We do it.
It was just
You think
so.
your child is your child?
I got a 12-year-old.
It's just so much.
I've dealt with a lot of juveniles out on the street that I won't punch it.
And like I told her, you're not built for it.
So what was your boiling point to end?
My boiling point was the fact that I told her, keep your mouth shut. And you're literally cursing me out. When I say cursing me out, I mean. And I'm going to sit there. My boys never, and I raised boys. You understand? Do you know how that feels? Do you know how I felt? And I'm saying to myself, me and my fiance have been together for 30 years. You know how embarrassed I feel? Do you know how embarrassed I feel?
To hear that from a child that you raised, yeah.
I can't, I don't want to send her back to New York because it wasn't, you understand, this is different. And I wanted to be down here because the growing up, I love Atlanta. I just love down here so much. The way the people treat me, I just love it. And I'm trying to give her a better way, but she don't want it. And I can't let her tell you, the guy that you was that here, he said to me, you gotta take care of you. And if I send her back to New York, I know I'm not going to sleep. I don't know if y'all ever been to New York, but her mama, you can't tell your kids who to lay with, but his baby mother, Lord Jesus. So when I send her back, I'm sending her back to the wolves.
Right.
So that means that I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to be able to function too much because I don't know what's going to happen to my granddaughter that don't know what she's getting ready to get into, but I got to show you. And like I told her, when I take you up there, don't call my phone, don't do nothing, because I'm done. I'm done.
After all had been said and done, it was now time to address the big elephant in the room, and it would finally determine if, perhaps by a stroke of luck, she would be able to slide under the radar and simply walk away.
I'm gonna ask you a question, okay?
Sure.
And I need a straightforward answer.
Sure.
Straightforward answer. All right. How did her eye become the way that it is?
I didn't, to tell the truth, I didn't see it. And the funny thing was, when she went to sleep last night, she had to bed. She said, I'm gonna sleep in the closet. You wanna sleep in the closet? What are you sleeping in the closet for? So this morning I got up for work, look at her bed, the door's off, so I see the bed. Where you at? Look in the closet, open the closet. You in the closet sleeping? She got the comforter, she got the sleeping bag and her pillow. And why you like that? I said, well, okay. You are sleeping, since you done slept in the closet, don't you think you want to get up and get in your bed? No, I don't want to. I said, well, okay, babe.
So I'm gonna say this, okay?
Okay.
It's obvious that she was hitting the eye. Okay? So
I didn't see it.
very obvious. And it's not a pretty picture.
It's not?
No.
Really?
Okay, because I'm gonna say it like this. You can hit somebody and the swelling does not happen right then and there. And it shows the next day, yes.
Really?
Her eye is shut. So I want to know, honestly, how did that happen? Because let's be clear, you got two people saying that that this happened. So I want from your side exactly how did her eye end up like it is?
Well, like I said, we was upstairs, we was going back and forth, and I had the thing in my hand, and she said something, and I just was like, get away from me.
Did you hit her in the face with it?
No, I just did like this.
Where was she standing at? You were sitting down and she
No, we were standing, yeah, we were standing, and I was like, no, get away from me, stop. Get away from me.
Okay,
leave
then
me alone.
when you did that, what did she do?
Then she said, Grandma, you hit me in my eye. And I looked, and I was like, yeah, because again, she lied so much.
What did her eye look like when you did that?
It didn't look fine. It looked fine.
Again, the swelling's not going to happen right then and there.
Right,
It does
so
take a few
right,
hours.
right. So you see, I'm looking because I didn't know that it looked like that. I would never hit her like I saw her. I hit you, reprimand you, but I would never do nothing to discard you or anything like that because I've been through too much with you for us.
I'm gonna say it like this. It was noticeable this morning.
At this point, her fate had been sealed, and she had started to see it. But this did not mean that she was going to go down without a fight. At least she gave another convincing reason justifying her granddaughter's black eye.
Okay? It's even more noticeable now.
Okay, sorry to cut you. My field, but I got to work, I called my field, but she's on this way coming up here too.
Who?
My fiance. He said, I called him this morning, I said, well, how was everything? He said, you went to school. He said, well, Lou, her eye, it might be a problem. So I said, really? So he said, yeah. I said, well, Rich, if anything happens, I have my paper trail. I've been asking for the help. You understand? I didn't mean to hit her and it to look the way that it looked.
So I'm gonna say this too, since we're on the subject of your fiance.
Punch? No.
All right. So what if I tell you that not only she stated that you punched her in the eye, but your fiance did as well too?
Well, he coming up here. I would need to hear him say that he punched me in the eye.
I got him on camera. I spoke to him.
I didn't punch her in the eye. I did not.
And he said that he had to break you guys up.
Yeah, because that's how me and her was going back and forth. And he had to come up and stop.
And for him to tell you this morning that her eye is going to be a problem.
He was right. And I
says that it was caused by you in some type of way. So I wanted to hear from your side exactly how did her eye end up like that. I mean, if you're saying that you just hit her with a tray.
Right, I didn't. I did not punch or do anything. No, I did not. I did not. Telling you the truth. I love my grandchildren. I love.
But I'm going to say this as well. Your granddaughter's eye is bad. And look at me. Look, listen. It's bad coming from a certified paramedic and another paramedic that I just spoke to.
I did not do anything to try to hurt. I just wanted her.
So if you're saying that you hit her with a tray and you're not sure if you hit her in the face or not, at the end of the day, we know for a fact that she was struck in the face. So then at what point?
I was going to.
So again, at what point did you say that she said something about her eye?
When I had walked away. When I said away, and she was like, Grandma, you hit me in my eye. And I said, what?
Was she holding her eye?
She was just standing because she was crying. You understand? Or from prior.
Was she bleeding any?
No.
Did you see any scratches or anything?
No, but it was dark upstairs in my house. It was like a dim type of light, kind of. I have a night light in there, so it was.
So you struck her with an object in the eye that she yelled out that you hit her in the eye?
I struck her with an object?
Yeah.
Like I said, I did have the tray in my hand.
What's the tray made of?
It's like this.
It's wicker?
It's like a wooden wicker?
Yeah, something. It's pretty. It's cute. I don't know if it's the crowd and the crowd she's saying going around. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to say it like this.
What?
I'm going to say this, okay? She's 12. Teenagers then, compared to early 2019, 1990s, not the same. They're encouraged by social media and etc. Yep. The phones weren't in back then, so now it's a little bit different.
Yep.
But as adults, one, we have to learn to control ourselves and not let a child entice our anger. Even as teachers, I'm pretty sure they get up to that point and they be like, you know what? But then you literally have to have some type of self-control. And not
exactly.
You lost control.
I did. And I'm not going to even sit here, and I did. Because we just went through this last week. But it doesn't get to a point where you want to square up with a 12-year-old. Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or dragging a 12-year-old down the stairs.
Montgomery, you're 100% right.
Eventually, she started to see that no narrative could justify her actions, especially when the consequences were staring her right in the face. Although she was now very remorseful, she had to learn that actions have consequences.
She's disrespectful. She left the house when you didn't want her to. She says things that she knows will tick you off. and you let her tick you off to the point where you have to lay hands on her, you drag her down the stairs.
Want her to stop.
Listen.
Okay, sorry.
To stop talking. That's the problem. Because she was saying things that was pushing your buttons as if it was another adult that was doing it. Okay? You let a 12-year-old push your buttons. But as parents, we have to learn self-control because just like you said, you know, for every action there's a consequence, but that also applies to adults.
It does. I understand that because
if I showed you your baby's eye at the moment, you ain't gonna want to see it. Look at this.
This is y'all. This is social work. Yes.
All right. That. This is. There's no excuses around this one.
it's not.
It's obvious that she was struck with something, but it caused this.
You think I'll just pick up the knife?
Oh, we already got both sides. Both of their stories corroborated just fine. She already told us her story about it, so that's all we needed. Which is, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you this, okay? It's gonna be pretty.
Huh?
It's ain't gonna be pretty.
What?
It's gonna be rough. Alright?
I know it is.
But you're gonna be charged with 2 counts. Okay? Battery FBA and cruelty to children.
I'm going to jail.
Social services will end up taking custody of her for now.
I can't. I tried, Rich. I tried, Rich. Rich, I tried, Rich. And you know I tried, Rich. Again, I'm so sorry. I did not know that it looked like that. I did not know. I just want the best for my granddaughter. That's why I brought her down here to give her the best life, to help her out. And look what it did to me. Look what it did to me, Rich. And I try, and I try, and I try. Give her a better life. And look what it did to me.
Alright. Any of your jewelry that you have on, you can end up giving to him. Anything in your pockets, your phone, everything goes to him because you can't take it with you where you're going. If there's any phone numbers that you want to write down, I'll give you a piece of paper and a pen to do so.
The grandma was eventually charged with battery against a family member and cruelty. Next, we have another grandparent, a rather careless one, who abandoned her child in a hot car in the scorching sun while she went on a shopping spree without any care in the world and tried to lie her way out of it.
She didn't want to get down. I was only in there, I swear to God, for 15 minutes. But she was fighting me, and I knew I was only going to be in there for 15 minutes. And I swear to God, it was 15 minutes.
On the 3rd of June 2023, police officers received a distress call from a Walmart manager reporting a very disturbing incident. A child had been left abandoned in a hot vehicle on a scorching 91-degree summer while the vehicle was off and without any air conditioning. When the cops arrived at the scene and apprehended her, she was just about to leave the premises, but nothing could prepare the cops for the reasons behind the grandmother's careless actions.
The word called for her. Just because I left, she didn't have shoes. She didn't want to get down. I was only in there, I swear to God, for 15 minutes. I went to get a rake and a blower, and that's the only reason why I left in there. I left all the windows down. She was in the shade. I know it's, I swear to God, it was...
But did you had the vehicle off?
Yeah, I had the vehicle off. And I had all the windows cracked though, and I swear to God,
it still gets hot in there.
I know.
It still gets really hot in there.
I know, and I don't do this, but she was fighting me, and I knew I was only going to be in there for 15 minutes, and I swear to God, it was 15 minutes. Because I went and got 2 things, and I came right out. And I know that it's really hot, and that's why I rushed in and I rushed out. I would never leave her in there longer than that.
Is that your daughter or your granddaughter?
It's my